Hello, and welcome once again to Devardi Glass Videos. Today we're working on the Hothead torch, and we will be demonstrating the Devardi Dichroic. We'll be encasing Dichroic. First we're starting with a Devardi SOP marine green, semi-opaque marine green. Absolutely beautiful color. This will be our base. And then we'll be applying a dichroic strip on the outside of the semi-opaque marine green. And then encasing with Devardi transparent ice blue. Now, once we get started with the dichroic, the emphasis is definitely on patience. The dichroic strips cannot go directly into the flame. The high heat from the flame will burn off the dichroic. But there is a trick to using the heat from the bead to melt the dichroic strip and keeping the torch flame just underneath the strip so the heat isn't directly on the strip but will melt the dichroic strip onto the glass. Now notice also I like to work this glass just at the tip of the flame. No need to overheat this glass either. Now here's the dichroic strip. We're just going to warm it up a little bit by waving it back and forth into the flame, but we're not going to put that directly into the flame. Now you can see how we're using the heat from the bead to melt that dichroic strip. Just go slowly. This takes a bit of time and patience. Keep the flame on the bead, dull red glow, and work that strip right next to that glowing bead. Once it gets a little stiff, you can drop that bead a little closer to the flame where the heat is just under the strip. You don't want to get that strip red hot. That will burn off your dichroic. Just take your time and slowly melt that dichroic strip onto your bead. Now, I'm really no expert on this dichroic glass. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that can do a much better job at it than I. But this is the basics. Hopefully it will help some of you out who are new to the dichroic. It's absolutely beautiful stuff. I've used some other dichroic and this is by far some of the best I've used by Devardi. Okay, well, we've wrapped the bead with the dichroic, so now we're going to be encasing with a transparent ice blue. Notice we hold the bead way up in the tip of the flame just to keep it hot. But we don't want to get that bead red. You've got to kind of watch your rod you're melting and keep an eye on that bead and make sure it stays hot but doesn't start glowing. Now this is a little sped up video here. This bead actually took about 20 minutes to make, but we had to reduce the video time, so a little bit has been cut out. We'll just show each encasing session. Now that we have the dichroic encased, the trick here is to melt the outside glass without damaging the dichroic underneath. You still don't want to get that dichroic red hot. It will burn off even inside the outer encasing. So you basically want to get the outer encasing slightly glowing. I like to use a set of tongs to shape the bead. You can see the encased dichroic inside is not turning red, but we get the outside glass just slightly glowing, so it softens and you can shape it. And we're going to do a little shaping of the edges on the marver. Just shape your bead very slowly. Heat the outside a little at a time so you don't get that heat deep into the dichroic. Keep an eye on that dichroic. If it starts turning red inside, just back your bead off the flame a little bit. It can handle a little bit of heat. Slightly glowing, but no more than that. There's a shot of the tongs that I use. These are a handmade set, 2 half-moon sides, in case you were interested. That's about it, folks. Just take your time with this dichroic and you will love it. I haven't been using it that long and it's just fabulous. Thanks for tuning in. We'll show you a finished bead here in a second. We appreciate you all. There it is. Bye now.